Are you looking for a work from home job? If so, I don't blame you. I feel like everyone these days wants to work from home. And if you're in the job market because you're just not happy where you're at, or maybe you've been thrusted into it due to layoffs, I want to share with you some best practices to follow when you're looking for a job that will allow you to work from home. First, and I will say this until I'm blue in the face, get clear on the job that you want. I say this a lot because it's the thing that will fuel everything else that you do in your job search. It's going to inform how you write your resume. It's going to give you confidence when you're applying to jobs. You're going to be much more clear in the answers that you give in your interviews, and so on and so forth. Landing a job working from home can be exciting, but that will quickly dwindle if you're doing work that you don't enjoy. Next, I want you to define what perks and characteristics are important to you in an employer. Sure, working from home may be at the top of your list, but what else is important to you? Do you want opportunities for growth? Do you want to see an investment in your learning and development? Do you want some sort of stipend or reimbursement for your work from home expenses? You know how you find yourself often trying to evaluate how qualified you are for the role and how many checkboxes you check? I want you to evaluate the employer just as closely. I want you to find out how many of your checkboxes they check. Next, I want you to identify your top 3 job posting sites. And I say this because there are so many out there these days. There are ones that are specifically for moms. There are ones specifically for work from home or hybrid roles. There's so many that it can be overwhelming if you feel like you need to be looking at all of them. So I want you to narrow it down, keep it simple for yourself, and just pick your top 3. Then I want you to have those sites work for you. Set up notifications so that you're receiving those new job postings in your inbox every single morning or afternoon. It's almost like having your own little personal assistant. Then I want you to decide how open you are to hybrid work. There are a lot of employers who still want you in the office, even if it's a portion of the time. They understand the kind of culture that can be driven when you're in the office and you get that energy from being around other people, and they want to maintain that. So if you're finding that it's difficult to land jobs where you work from home fully, then evaluate how open you are to some hybrid roles. Then I want you to evaluate how set up for success you are with working from home. Yes, having high-speed internet and having a working area to work from that's not going to have you hunched over is kind of a no-brainer and kind of just understood by everybody. But I want you to think of some other things that may not be as obvious. For example, is your home free from distractions? This is an important question for caregivers, for parents. Is your workspace going to be away from a TV so that you're not tempted to be distracted and turn on something and ruin your productivity each day? Do you have an established routine that will set you up for success with working from home? Or are you going to be the one who snoozes your way to 11 a.m.? And the other question that I think is not so obvious to people is your doctor, dentist, or daycare provider close to your home? This is especially important if you're going from an in-office job to a work-from-home job, because more than likely you chose a doctor or a dentist or a daycare that's closer to your office. And if you're no longer going to be there, you want to make sure it's more close to your new office, which is your home. For more career advice like this delivered directly to your inbox each week, subscribe to my newsletter. I'll link it below.